Welcome back to the Winter Sports Broadcast with Cade
and Kale. With the school year off quickly, sports have followed right along, as all three sports have gone into quickly their seasons. Football, volleyball, and cross country all underway.
Football started off great with a 2-0 run. They beat Sharon Springs in a big game, 30-28, in double overtime. And the next week, they took on St. Francis, winning at halftime, 46-0.
The Bulldogs will take on Dighton this weekend, as that should be a good matchup. The last 2 seasons, the Bulldogs and Hornets have fought in a lot, and they have produced some great matches. Next up, the Bulldogs will head into district play as they travel to Oberlin to take on the Red Devils. They have seen the Red Devils so far in the Jamboree in Waukene, but it was only an exhibition game. This should be an exciting matchup before they head back home for the homecoming matchup against the Hill City Ringnecks. This should be an excellent matchup for the Bulldogs, as last year they traveled to Hill City and went toe-to-toe with the Ringnecks, losing 20-12, but this season should do for an excellent game.
The Lady Bulldogs kick off their season with a home quad squaring off against the Dighton Lady Hornets, the Oberlin Lady Red Devils, and the Rawlins County Lady Buffaloes. The Bulldogs would finish 1-2 on the night with a win against the Lady Hornets. They would drop 2 close-fought games to the Lady Red Devils and the Lady Buffaloes. They would next head to Grinnell to face off against the Lady Thunderhawks and the Logan Palco Lady Trojans. The Lady Bulldogs would go 1-1 on the night with a win against the Lady Trojans. They would drop a game against the Lady Thunderhawks.
Next, the Bulldogs would head right back to Grinnell to face in the Gove County Classic. They finished 2-1 in pool play with wins over Weskin and St. Francis, but they would drop a game to the Wheatland Grinnell Thunderhawks. They would advance to the tournament play against Golden Plains and would win in 3 sets. However, they would eventually lose to the Wheatland Grinnell Thunderhawks in the championship game. The Bulldogs would head to Ness City next to face Otis Bison and Ness City in a triangular match on Tuesday. The Bulldogs currently are 5-5 and are looking to improve their record next Tuesday. Cross-country teams would kick off their year at the TMP Invitational. The Lady Bulldogs would finish first, with Sage Betts getting third with a time of 22:32. Brooklyn Countrymen would come across the line next, finishing fourth with a time of 22:50. Ella Grumbacher would come across in 11th with a time of 24:39. Tatum Holtis would finish 17th with a time of 25:57. And Ella Prosser would finish next, 25th with a time of 27:46.
The boys would follow and finish third, with Hans Deaton coming in 8th with a time of 18:28. Elliot Churchwell would finish 10th with a time of 18:43. Kendrick Selinsky would finish 16th with a time of 19:02. Micah Simon would finish 19th with a time of 19:11, with Tate Blackwell finishing 29th with a time of 20:13. The cross-country teams would next compete in their home meet in Quinter, with the girls winning the meet and the boys finishing second.
First off, for the boys, Elliot Churchwell would finish third with a time of 17:26. Hans Deaton would come across 7th with a time of 18:28. Kendrick Selensky came in 8th with a time of 18:40. Micah Simon finished 9th with a time of 18:46. And Tate Blackwell finishing 11th with a time of 19:32. For the girls, Brooklyn Countrymen broke a school record with a time of 21:25. Sage Betts finishing 4th with a time of 22:17. Ella Grumbacher finishing 7th with a time of 23:22. Nino Septine finishing 8th with a time of 24:42. And Tatum Holtis finishing 9th with a time of 24:51. The Bulldogs will next compete in the Waukene Invitational